Well, I started working in prisons simply because my friend's mum, she works at Dartmoor prison. So I went to have a look around there, see what was going on. I'd already taught in schools, and although it was good and everything, it was that I was missing something. So I went to have a look around there, and yeah, I really liked it, and then ended up at Challenge Wood.
I actually had strengths that in my core were from sports, so helping, mentoring, coaching. I love swimming, and I was an ASA, Amateur Swimming Association coach, and those core things were inside me, which when I actually applied for a job within the prison, it felt really right.
I'm a carpenter by trade. I got a Christmas present of the Petals, which is the initial training package to go into teaching. I went for an interview at Portland Prison and I became the carpentry instructor. And then carpentry instructor to team leader to assistant curriculum manager to curriculum manager at Guy's Mass Prison.
Some years ago, I went out for an evening with HMP Bristol, who were doing an introduction to why you should teach in prisons. And I was quite inspired by the evening itself. The staff were really enthusiastic and spoke with passion about their work. So the job came up locally where I live, and I applied for it and never looked back. It's been amazing.
I think the misconceptions about working in offender learning are that we are unsafe and that we're working with dangerous people, and it's just not like that.
Most of the men I work with, they're just normal people. The sense of humour amongst them is really good.
And they're very intelligent. Most of these guys just need that kind of spark, just that ignition to go, oh, I can do something better with my life, oh, I can get an education, oh, someone cares about me.
When they walk through the door, these people are learners with the same aspirations and goals as anybody else.
They're people at the end of the day, and you're just trying to make their lives better, and that's what I love doing.
Even though it's only actually a short course, some of the guys that we're actually sort of teaching have been excluded from school, so this could be one of the first times that they've ever actually completed a course and actually achieved a certificate. So I think I get more sort of satisfaction out of that than I ever did seeing sort of some of my students get a degree after 3 years.
My courses sort of run about 4 weeks, and I can get a learner that comes in who's got no confidence, who won't talk to me, won't talk to any learners, and by the end of the 4 weeks he's talking, he's standing up in front of a class doing a pitch.
They suddenly believe in themselves, and I've seen learners go on then to enrol with diplomas through distance learning and to go on and do OU stuff, and they often say that it was that starting point where people just didn't believe in them. They perhaps dropped out of school at an early age, and it's just making them realise their full potential, and that for me is the key thing, is making people believe in themselves.
The best thing about working in offender learning is seeing learners achieve. Getting hold of learners where they just haven't had a really bad time with education, and then encouraging them and empowering them to go and get an achievement, a qualification, and then going through the gate. I've had probably 5 or 6 learners that have written to me directly saying, thanks for everything you've done, Dan, thanks for the team at Guy's Marsh, thanks for the team at Portland. I've got this job, I've got that job in construction, which is that for me is the pinnacle of achievement.
We take those failures, those lack of engagers, and we get them to succeed on a daily basis. And it's the magic of that little light bulb, and in some cases a huge floodlight going on in that bloke's head, or as in Eastwood Park ladies' heads. That's why you do the job.
Working with Western College as an awarding organisation, it's great. It's really good to see all the prisons coming together, working together as one team, delivering some really good quality education within the prisons within the Southwest.
I like working with Western because they allow me to be the teacher I am.
They've really empowered me to not just to be able to do my job, but go and express yourself, Dan, enable yourself to go and do something different. And we've done a lot of very exciting projects.
The support is there, the mechanisms are there. Who in their right mind would employ somebody to fail? Nobody.
You do feel part of something big.
There's a real kind of ethos of changing learners, changing prisoners. And all of us coming together and bringing that together helps.
And there's also the fact that we've got quite a lot of other sort of prisons, so if you want to know how something is done, you can always look at sort of one of the other locations and then sort of speak to somebody there.
In behind every wall, there's a new set of teachers, there's a new set of goals, there's a new set of achievements, and that's unique, and that's brilliant, and I do love that, and I love my job.
It's been really positive to see that Western are one of the providers that has proved that a City Guilds qualification has helped to reduce reoffending. We did some research through the Ministry of Justice Data Lab, and it proved that doing a qualification significantly reduces reoffending, and that's because of the good quality delivery that colleges like Western College deliver.
I think, as I say, I would recommend it to somebody actually who just wants a rewarding career and actually can see that they're making a difference in somebody's lives in a relatively short space of time.
If a driving force for you is seeing somebody suddenly have a door opened on their brain that allows them to not engage again with the social and the judiciary for another year or so, more than they would have done if you weren't there, that's why you do the job. If you can do that, come on in, ring them up, pick the phone up, speak to the college.